Hey everyone, Spirited Drop from the back of a taxi, and it's Friday, yay. I hope you've had a good week and you're looking forward to the weekend. So I wanted to share with you today a couple of conversations I've had with people who I'm guiding, either students or my Spirited Living members or clients. And I've had these beautiful conversations, unrelated people, with these people sharing with me that their psychic senses are booting up. So they've been focusing on activating this sort of aspect of their awareness. They've been doing exercises and they're finding many more spontaneous, accurate and evidenced psychic experiences happening in their day-to-day. So we all have these, but often they can be quite sporadic and we don't really do them at will, where you might have had a thought of somebody and then you only to hear from them shortly afterwards, or you have a dream that has a sort of a foreboding feel to it, and then something big and challenging might go down in your life. One of the people I'm guiding, who I spoke to as a therapist, and she was telling me about this really beautiful precognitive experience she had where, as she was verbalizing the guidance she was getting later, her client that she was working with said, "I just had the thought and you verbalized it almost immediately afterwards," and that happened through the session. That's called precognition. And so what to do with this, so first of all, it's super exciting when it happens, and it can be a little bit disruptive, if you like, because you start to realize that this is an actual aspect of your awareness and it is actually activating at your choice to have a look at it and to cultivate it. So that's really exciting. But really where you want to get to is to master it. So you can psychically perceive information or intuitively guide your clients or intuitively guide yourself at will. And the best thing that you can do when you're getting a lot of light up of psychic activity and accurate intuitions is to observe. So I always recommend that you journal, and you journal what the experience was, the psychic experience, what state you were in around about that time. Did you do a practice that morning, a spiritual practice? What was it? And I always check them against the lunation as well, where the moon is at and what astrological house the moon is passing through, because we know the moon affects our psyche and our psychic awareness. And simply observe. And I'm quite clinical about it, like I observe my psychic work with my clients and with myself in my journal, really clinically: date, time, what was it, what were the extraneous factors around it. And it's through observation that you start to really understand how your psychic senses are impacted by your environment, and how they are flagging information into your awareness, and that's the way to do it. But also we know that when we put our attention on something, like if you're journaling and observing it, our life force flows to that aspect and substantiates it and builds it. So by choosing to observe your psychic capacities, you actually start to build them as well. So I hope that's useful for you, and you have a great weekend ahead. Okay, bye.